10 crazy ways people quit their jobs. 10. Police report. 21-year-old Zhao was detained after he filed a false police report in an attempt to quit his job. Zhao placed an anonymous tip to the police that he was an armed drug dealer operating out of the factory that he worked at. However, when the police searched Zhao and failed to find drugs or weapons, he admitted that he had placed the call himself. Too embarrassed to hand in his resignation, Zhao believed that being interrogated by police would be the perfect excuse to resign. 9. Marching band. Joey DeFrancesco became an internet celebrity when he quit his job with the help of a marching band. Having endured strained relations with his managers at the Renaissance Providence Hotel, DeFrancesco decided to go out with a literal bang. While on camera, DeFrancesco ambushed his boss with a resignation letter, before signalling for the brass band to play as he marched triumphantly out of the hotel. DeFrancesco's actions were hailed online for being the living embodiment of the concept of take this job and shove it. 8. Cannabis Club. A local news segment went viral after the TV anchor dramatically quit live on air. During a local news segment on the Alaska Cannabis Club, TV reporter Charlo Green revealed that she was the anonymous owner of the club. Going off script, Green announced that she'd be leaving the news station behind in order to focus on getting marijuana legalized in Alaska. Signing off the segment with the words, "F it, I quit," Green walked off camera before being escorted out of the building. 7. Gone. Marina Shiffrin shot to internet fame when a YouTube video she made to announce her resignation went viral. Quitting her job at a video animation studio, Shiffrin decided it was only apt to make a video to announce her departure. Alone in the office after an overnight shift, Shiffrin filmed herself in different locations while doing an interpretive dance to Kanye West's song Gone. The clip quickly racked up millions of views, leading to Shiffrin receiving a host of job offers and even a parody response from her ex-employers. 6. Squirty cheese. Police were called at 5 AM when an employee quit his sales assistant job after arriving drunk to his shift. When the employee's co-workers tried to get him to calm down, the drunk employee responded by throwing store items at them and shouting verbal abuse. As a final act of defiance, the drunk worker poured his beer over his co-worker before grabbing a bottle of squirty cheese and writing the words "I quit" on the store's window. 5. Opinion piece. Greg Smith publicly quit his high-profile job at investment banking firm Goldman Sachs when he wrote a scathing article for the New York Times about the company. Titled "Why I Am Leaving Goldman Sachs," Smith stated that the company was a toxic and destructive environment, which prided itself on ripping off their clients. He then went on to personally blame Goldman Sachs' Chief Executive Officer Lloyd T. Blankfein and the President Gary D. Cohn for the decline in the company's moral fiber. 6 months later, Smith was paid $1.5 million for a tell-all book on why he left his job. 4. Propaganda. Journalist Liz Wall quit her job as a news anchor live on air when she accused her network, RT, of being a tool for dangerous Russian propaganda. Although based in America, Wall accused the Russian government-funded network she worked for of whitewashing the actions of President Vladimir Putin. She also criticized the network's skewed coverage of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine and the way they discredited America in order to make Putin look better in comparison. Wall's resignation went viral, but her employers claimed her self-righteousness was nothing more than a self-promoting stunt. 3. Walkout. A Pennsylvania branch of fast food restaurant Chipotle was forced to close early when its staff quit during a shift. Frustrated with the restaurant's lack of staff, exhausting shifts, and low pay, manager Steve Healy locked his staff out of the restaurant and left a note on the door explaining his protest. In the note, Healy stated that the majority of the management and crew had resigned, fed up with having to work in borderline sweatshop conditions. Meanwhile, the hashtag Chipotle Swag trended on Twitter, raising awareness of the poor working conditions. 2. Super Bowl. Gwen Dean quit her job of 18 years in front of 100 million people when she appeared on a live advert during the Super Bowl. In the $4 million advert for website hosting company GoDaddy, Gwen is introduced as a machine engineer who dreams of starting her own puppet business. Addressing her boss with puppet in hand, Gwen abruptly announces to the camera, "Hi Ted, I quit." The advert was part of a campaign which promoted GoDaddy's ability to help people pursue their website-based dreams. 1. Sliding out. After his flight from Pittsburgh had landed in New York City, flight steward Steven Slater ended his 20 years of service in dramatic fashion. Grabbing a loudspeaker, he cursed at the plane's 100 passengers, declaring that he was quitting. He then grabbed a beer before launching the plane's emergency exit chute and sliding down to the car park below. Slater was arrested for his actions, but investigators found that he suffered from mental health problems and alcohol abuse. Although Slater avoided prison, he was ordered to pay $10,000 to the airline, the cost of repacking the plane's slide.
If you found this video interesting and you enjoyed it, then why don't you check out 10 Billionaires Who Dropped Out of High School. It's playing on screen now. There's a link in the description. And as always, guys, we cannot thank you enough for all your support, your likes, your comments, your tweets, your Snapchats, your Facebook messages, every single way that you guys communicate with us. We really cannot thank you enough for it. So until next time, peace and keep them coming.